This is the Rosie Report, Spring Training Edition.
It's all you need to know about the Tribe in Goodyear. Daily updates, player interviews, along with other spring training hijinks and tomfoolery. Now, here's Jim Rosenhaus.
This is the Rosebud Report, blossoming from spring training.
Spring training rolls on, and so do we here on the Rosie Report. Jim Rosenhaus along with you, recapping Friday's action in the Cactus League and in Goodyear, Arizona for the Cleveland Indians. Great to have you with us. The Indians were on the road on Friday, taking on Colorado at Salt River Fields. The Rockies won the ball game 9-4. Aaron Civale made another start in preparation for his season, working 4 innings and allowing 4 runs, 3 earned, while striking out 3. Home runs in the game for Roberto Perez and designated hitter Franmil Reyes. Pitching for the Indians in relief, Brian Shaw, Anthony Goes, and Kyle Nelson all pitched scoreless appearances. Emmanuel Clase allowed a home run in his 1 inning of work, and a tough one for Blake Parker as he allowed 4 runs in just a third of an inning. And in just a little bit, we'll hear from the veteran right-hander who's trying to make this club on a minor league contract with that major league invite to spring training. A tough way to do it, but he's giving it a shot, and on Friday that was a tough one for him to be sure. We will also hear right now from Amed Rosario, who's trying to make a difficult transition here this spring. He had been a career shortstop with the Mets, came over in the trade between the Mets and Indians during the offseason, and Rosario, in a battle with Andres Jimenez for the shortstop job, lost that job. Jimenez appears to be the regular starting shortstop for the Indians, so the Indians looking to take advantage of Rosario's bat, which has shown to be very potent in his major league time with the Mets. We're working him in center field, and he's been doing that for about 2 weeks. He's only had a couple of games under his belt, but his most recent on Thursday against the Cubs was a little bit better. He handled a couple of chances flawlessly, and he spoke with the Cleveland media earlier today on Friday, and we'll have some Spanish in here too, so there'll be some translation from the Indians translator, and that'll be good stuff too. Augie Rivero always doing a nice job on that, but let's listen in to Rosario's thoughts on the transition.
Ahmed, I know you've been going at it for a little while now out there in center field. How, in your opinion, how are things going for you in terms of the adjustment and trying to learn the position?
Sabes que ha pasado ya un tiempo que la transición a center field. ¿Cómo te sientes del ajuste y ese proceso?
Bueno, me siento bastante bien. Creo que es una gran oportunidad que me da el equipo y me siento bastante agradecido con ellos. Y creo que con el pasar del tiempo me voy a ir sintiendo mejor.
Yeah, I've been feeling really well. I'm really grateful for the opportunity the team is giving me to, learn the position. So I know it's just a matter of time to get better there and get more reps.
Ahmed, was that your worst nightmare, the way the game on the against the Angels went down? Just, it looked like everything that could go wrong did go wrong. And how do you bounce back from that? How did you handle that?
Sabes que dicen que ese juego puede que haya sido tu peor pesadilla, ¿no? Con la forma como se dieron. ¿Piensas que fue tu peor juego? ¿Y cómo piensas rebotar de esa situación de ahí en adelante?
No, si tú superas que no. He tenido juegos peores anteriormente. Y como te digo, es difícil de esconder, pero es la primera vez que yo juego. No me podía exigir tanto en una posición que yo nunca había jugado anteriormente.
Yeah, I mean, I had bad games in the past. It's not the first time. But, it was to be expected that those things will happen. But, you make mistakes, you learn from them. So that's what I take out of that.
Ahmed, can you talk about the challenges of center field versus left field?
Describir un poco qué es lo que es más difícil del center field comparado con el left field.
Bueno, no te puedo decir la diferencia en sí porque yo solamente jugué 4 innings cuando me dieron la oportunidad y solamente fue un solo juego. Entonces, no te podía decir en sí porque nunca he tenido esa oportunidad.
Yeah, I wouldn't go much into details because I just played 4 innings in one game, so I don't have much to compare to between the center field and left field.
Was it nice to have that one right off the bat? Yesterday, the first pitch of the game, the balls hit to you. Was that nice to, get the previous game out of your head and in the past?
Fue bueno, sabes, que el primer picheo del juego se fue algo que pudiste hacer como para salirte de esa cuestión mental y enfocarte más en el juego.
Sí, si tú supieras que uno como jugador piensa a veces cuando uno comete los errores en que no le den más para donde uno, pero yo ahora mismo estoy preparado para cada batazo, cada jugador que bate, sea donde mí.
Yeah, as a player, at times you think after you make an error, you wish nothing comes your way. But my mindset right now is I hope every at bat it comes to me so I can, make a play. So that's my mindset right now.
Ahmed, on Tuesday after he came out of the game, Shane Bieber said he sort of made an effort to find you and tell you to keep your head up. What did that mean to you to know that the pitchers and your teammates are supporting you in that?
Que te comentan que Bieber después del juego se acercó a ti a reconocerte, que siguieras trabajando, que eso no pasaba nada. ¿Qué significa para ti que los jugadores y los compañeros de equipo te estén dando el apoyo de esa manera?
Bueno, me siento bastante bien y con esa acción que él hizo solamente puedo decir que eso es un caballero de verdad. ¿Tú me entiendes? Y lo único que puedo hacer es quitarme la gorra frente a él.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great ad. I'm feeling really good about after that happened, but you got to recognize as a gentleman's ad, and I just got to tip my hat to him for his action.
Ahmed, what was your reaction when the Indians approached you with this idea of moving from shortstop to center field?
¿Cómo fue tu reacción cuando el equipo se te acercó para decirte el cambio de posición de shortstop?
Creo que fue una reacción buena, ¿tú me entiendes? Porque yo sé las habilidades y como jugador me conozco. Creo que puedo, como atleta, dar el máximo mío, no solo en el center field, en cualquier posición que me necesiten, y aquí lo que estamos para ayudar al equipo a ganar.
I think it was very positive in my end. I recognize I'm an athlete, so anything that they enable me to do to help them win, I welcome it. So I think it was very positive when they informed me of that.
Have they told you, are you strictly a center fielder now, or could you move around the diamond, or, what have they given you, like a role, a definite role to fill on the roster?
¿Te han dicho específicamente que vas a jugar solamente center field o te han dicho que vas a estar con diferentes roles en el equipo?
No, lo que me dijeron fue que practicara en el center field. Ahora mismo esa es la mentalidad y seguir en el center field.
No, they haven't defined a role per se. They just told me to keep getting reps and practicing in center field, and that's what I want to keep doing.
Does he feel eventually, he could be, a solid center fielder? Does he feel he has that ability?
¿Piensas que tú podrías ser un jugador sólido en center field? O sea, ¿piensas que tienes la habilidad de ser un jugador bueno en center field?
Esa es la mentalidad, creo que sí. Creo que hasta que el trabajo no se termine, nosotros no vamos a parar.
Yeah, that's my mindset. I mean, until that point hasn't been reached, the work is not going to stop.
Matt, I know Tito mentioned Kyle Hudson has been working with you. Is there anything in particular, maybe one or two things that has been really helpful from either him or anyone else who's trying to help you out there in center field?
Tito mencionó que tú estabas trabajando bastante con Harry. ¿Cuáles son las una o dos cosas que tú puedes decir han sido lo principal que has trabajado con él?
Los ángulos, creo que mantenerme bajito también, esos son parte de las cosas lo que nos hemos mantenido trabajando.
The two main things that we've been focusing on is working on the angles towards the ball and the importance of the first step and how to stay low during that approach. So those are the two things that we've been working the most.
That's Ahmed Rosario with translation help from Augie Rivero. Hopefully, in addition to learning about Rosario's challenges in center field, maybe you picked up a little Spanish, too. That's a public service here from the Rosie Report. All right, Blake Parker's trying to make this club as a non-roster invite to spring training, and most of his appearances have been solid, but boy, later on you go in the spring, the more you like to put up zeros if you can, and he had a tough one on Friday. But we caught up with him earlier in the spring and talked to him about the challenges of trying to make a club on that non-roster invite.
Blake, you're new to the ball club, and I think the first question would be, what led you to the Indians? What made them a real good fit for you, especially at this point in your career?
I like the opportunity. I like the obviously the reputation that Tito has as a manager. I like the obviously the division. I like to compete in a division that I've already competed in with the Twins a little bit. So it'll be fun to compete against some of those guys. But I'm excited for the opportunity.
How much do you know about the organization, having spent a fair amount of time in the National League, but also a little bit in the AL Central?
Yeah, I pitched for half the season here last year. Pitched against the AL for the past couple of years, and actually 2017 and 18. And it's a bunch of the same core type guys, so I'm familiar with the division.
And obviously, you had some good stretches in your career, some times where injuries have come into the mix. At this stage of your career, where do you feel you're at in terms of health and stuff and things like that?
I feel great. I came in last year into spring training feeling really good, and Coach Brian, pitching coach Brian Price said to me, why not have one of the best years of your career? And that's the same approach I'm taking into this year. I'm taking. I feel great. I feel as good as I ever have, and I'm ready to compete. I know there's going to be some good competition coming in to this spring, and I'm ready to give it what I got and hopefully help this team win ball games.
When you look at that, it's never easy for anyone to make a club when they come in your situation. But the Indians, it seems every year have at least a couple of relievers who make the club that way. Difficult, or do you just kind of go about your business and let the chips fall at the end of the spring?
Yeah, since 2013, I guess 2014, I had pitched pretty well in 2013. I came in 14 thinking that I was going to make the team, didn't make the team. And in 2016 and 17, I was non-roster. 2018 was really the only year, and 19, I guess, when I was with the Twins, is the only 2 years that I've had a concrete job in my whole career. So this is nothing that I'm unfamiliar with, to come in and have to earn a spot. And I'm ready to do that. I'm ready to come in and compete.
Background-wise, you enter pro ball as a position player.
Yeah.
How did that go, and what was your reaction when either you were asked or you did the asking to become a pitcher?
I played pretty well my first rookie ball season. I hit a bunch of doubles, and I was on the postseason rookie league all-star team, and played pretty well in that rookie league. But the last month of the season, I got called up to Low A in Peoria, and I proceeded to go 0 for 22 and finished the season 0 for 22. And then, actually, a funny story, we were playing swing in the Quad Cities, and it was bases loaded, and I was up, and I hit a line drive to right field. John Jay, full extension layout, robbed me of like a bases clearing double in my first hit at Low A. And really, I didn't get a hit the rest of the season. And then the next spring, I was in extended spring training, and I actually hit a go-ahead home run in the bottom half of the 8th. We had won the game, and as I was walking out of the facility that day, they called me into the office and asked me. I thought I was going up to try my luck at Low A again, and they had said, "What do you think about pitching?" And I said, "Well, I'll give it a go if it keeps me around." So I grabbed my mitt and hit the mound the next day.
So if Jay doesn't make that catch, you think it's a different story?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. That's not why I said that, but maybe.
And how much of your background was on the mound prior to that?
I pitched. I had always pitched in high school. See, I would catch, and then I would come in to close the games in high school. I actually started games in American Legion ball, but after that, I never really pitched in college. I didn't pitch at all in college.
And you get to play your college ball at the University of Arkansas.
Yes,
being
sir.
from Fayetteville, what was it like to play there?
Oh, it was a dream come true. As soon as Coach Van Horn called me, I said, "Where do I sign?" I didn't have a ton of other opportunities to play Division I. I had a couple other offers, but really that was where I wanted to go from day one.
Back to your current situation, your strikeout numbers are tremendous, but you look at radar gun, which we probably shouldn't, right? But how do you get it done without the upper 90s hard stuff?
My split finger, I think, is unique. I think it has a low spin rate enough to trick some hitters. Maybe the fact that over the years I've learned how to pitch a little bit and locate a little bit better, I think, has helped. But yeah, like I said, I feel good. I'm hoping to increase those fastball numbers a little bit this year and really help the team win some games. So that's what I'm focused on. And obviously, you want to hit those mid to upper 90s numbers, but staying within yourself and knowing what you do well, and it really just attacking hitters and trying to get that strikeout.
Is that the key sometimes in today's game, where it seems like it's so much about velocity, but maybe command is a little bit more important if you pitch at a lower velocity?
Sure. I think all these guys that are throwing super, super hard, that's helping me out too, because, I'm under that. I'm not there when they're seeing 95 to 98 every at bat. And then they come in to see mine, maybe a little bit more of a depth pitch. I think it definitely helps me out, but obviously I'm going to try to increase my velocity with the rest of the game, because I think my stuff plays a little bit better with a little bit higher velocity.
That's Blake Parker. And again, we'll see if he makes this club. The Indians have quite a few relief pitchers in the same boat as him, so we'll see how it transpires here over the last 10 days or so of camp. That's going to do it for this edition, episode number 19 of the Rosie Report. Always great to have you along. Thanks to Bart Swain, Courtbury Tripp, and Austin Contrulis from Indians PR for lining up our interviews all spring long. Thanks so much for downloading. As always, I'm Jim Rosenhaus, and you've been listening to the Rosie Report.
This has been the Rosie Report.